Hello everyone. Today we are gathered here to do yet another debate, and the topic which we chose today is laptops are better than phones, and I will be supporting the motion, whereas Kemal will be speaking against it. And let us begin. In the era where technology is changing at an unprecedented rate, I believe having a laptop is kind of a necessary for most of us, and there are various advantages of having a laptop. For any major task, you need a laptop in today's world. Like if you want to do any project, if you want to learn coding, if you want to do some kind of video editing or photo editing, all those major tasks which require a higher RAM or better processing speed, a laptop is a must, and which phone won't really provide you. For someone who is in a tech field, he cannot really live without his laptop. It is a very much necessary because on phone you cannot really do certain types of coding. And the next point will be about note taking or studying anything in general. You cannot really study on phone on a longer horizon because it will hurt your eyes as the screen is really small. You have to keep straining your eyes, and it is not good for your eyes for the longer term. And laptops are usually around foot, like 12 to 16 inches, and it is a decent enough of screen size where you can study easily, you can take notes, you can read your material much in a better way. And my next point will be about making PPTs. Like in most of the case competitions or any project or any kind of competition, you are required to make a PPT, and it is much easier and much feasible to do it in a laptop, which is not really a case uh, if you are using phone. And also, teachers most of the time nowadays uses a PPT to for the presentation, and like to present, you need to do it on a laptop. So that is a very much important nowadays. And like some disadvantage about phones, usually if you can do most of the stuff on the phone, but there are much higher chances of getting distracted. You can keep on doom scrolling on your phone, like scrolling one reel after another, which is not really the case because laptop is more made for productive work instead of like scrolling through videos or snapchatting or something. And that's why I believe laptops are much more better than phones. Yeah. Over to you.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. In the today's world, in this 21st century, it is very evident to say that phones are like our shadow. It is there with us. It is helping us in many scenarios. And today I'm supporting the motion that phones are better than laptops. And I have some strong 6 7 points to stay strong, which makes my belief more stronger. First is about the space occupancy of the phone. It is very less as compared to laptop. So if you are traveling a lot distance and all, then it is much easier to carry a phone rather than having taking laptop everywhere. Like you can, maybe if you need laptop, you can just have like pen drive and go to the next location, and then use some of the resources later maybe. Secondly, I would say not everyone have a laptop, but like most of the population nowadays have phone. Like if we even see grandparents or um, our parents, if we take like not working professionals, like they for them it is phone is suffice, and they don't really require laptop. Third is about the features like Google Map and Spotify. Although they are there on the laptop, but like while traveling, you won't really open your laptop and look at them, uh, because it is much more handier and much more better in on phone. Like we have this habit of going to the gym and listening to the music, but that is not very possible to remove the laptop in the gym and just listen to the music. Whereas phone is much beneficial. Fourth, I would like to say about taking photos. Like laptop is phone is so handy that we can just take memories any now and then. If you want to share notes, anything is possible. But laptop is not that made to take photos. Fifth, I would say about the cheap like phones are much more cheaper and laptops are much more expensive, so anybody can afford them very well. Nextly, I would like to say about calling feature, which is like really not possible, like in having maybe through WhatsApp calling and all, but you have your SIM inserted in phone, you can call anybody anytime, and that feature is like alone itself like a very superior if we compare laptop and phones. And lastly, I would say about some features like if I'm going for a walk, my laptop won't have a pedometer, but my phone will have a pedometer. Or if I have to, so there are, yeah, there are many such advantages which a phone provides and laptop is not able to give. So these are some strong points why I feel laptop is better. Phone is better than laptop. O2, yeah, rebuttal phase.
Good of this. Okay. Uh, we call them mobile for a reason. By mobile, the definition of the word mobile is something which we can move easily, and by that logic, we shouldn't be using the phone for like when you are doing some work at the home, like while traveling or going outside, it's fine. But uh, like when you have to do some actual work, most of the people tend to do it on phone and not on the laptop. That is, they are phones are more convenient, but not really as much productive as laptops. So, what do you want to say about that?
I think even laptops are built for portability, and thus we came from CPU from computer to laptop. So I don't really think that laptops weren't built for portability. You are allowed to take laptop anywhere, but the fact that phones are better, much more easier to take and like travel, is like again showing that phones are better.
Hmm. You mentioned about the point about carrying only, like it is easier to carry or your phone instead of laptop, and you've given an example of if you have some tasks which are needed a laptop, you can take a pen drive. But again, if you want to use that pen drive, you will need a laptop, right?
Uh, like if you have to travel, like you said about giving presentation somewhere very far, then you can just carry that that stuff into pen drive, right? And like nowadays you get some online cloud services, then you don't, you can just go at other place and then use it. Mm. My question to Ayush is about the features which phone mobile provides, like taking photos. Like, what do you have to say for that?
Photography is one of the feature which like a laptop cannot really uh, used for. Like phone is a multi-purpose thing, but laptop has their own advantages which phone cannot really provide you. So, like comparing one feature which is not existent in another is kind of, I feel, not uh, arguable, I would say, because laptop is made for more heavy duty tasks and phones are more like all in one thing. But in laptops you can do like stuff like coding or video editing, which is not really possible to do with phones.
Any questions, Ayush?
You mentioned that laptops are usually costlier than phones, but nowadays there are like good laptops which even cost less than around 15,000, which is much more affordable and can get the basics, all the basic necessities which a student might need from, like if he is not able to afford it, then I think the cost is not really a concern if you want to use a laptop.
To argue that you are comparing the cheapest laptop with phone, right? But we are not, you are not mentioning about the cheapest phone, like you get cheapest phone in maybe even 5,000.
But on the same side, like I have seen many people who buy very expensive phones like iPhone or some phone which cost more than 50,000. I think it is more, phones have become more like a status symbol and not like something which you can use for the mobile use, as the name suggests. It's more like a status symbol nowadays, and children tend to buy a more expensive phone or the newer version phone, and I think they are wasting more money on it instead of saving. So what do you want to say about it?
I think the same argument is even it even exists in the laptop world. that people say that I have a Mac, I have a gaming laptop, I have so and so processor, like so it is even evident even there.
But again, it is like you don't really show off your laptop as such, but it is much easier to show off your phone because you carry it everywhere, and you can always like brag about your phone that my phone is an iPhone. But when you it comes to like even like I agree that Mac laptops are much expensive, but they also provide some great features and great battery life. So if there is a really use case, then that laptop is much necessary. But in case of a phone, I don't think a phone which costs 20,000 and a phone which costs like more than 50 or even 1 lakh has that much of a difference. But in case of a laptop, if you like move from that similar price range, the features that laptops provide or the processors processing speed, it is much more valuable, I would say.
For that, I would say that some people really do have like choices. Like we can't really force anybody not to take something. For some people, like I have a friend who used to do YouTubing, and he has an iPhone, and it is beneficial. It is beneficial for them, for him, because he does not have a proper camera and like he uses it. So we can't really just say that phones are not beneficial.
Good one. Influences for life. Yeah, anything else?
Um, Okay, I would like to say about the features which phones has, like having multiple sensors, also a pedometer, like while walking it can track your activity, which is not really possible in the laptops, right? So don't you
It,
feel that phones are much more smarter than laptop?
I won't say smarter, but it's like all-in-one solution. If you want the pedometers or sleep tracking, you can do it by having a like a watch or something, which is a much cost-effective, uh, much more cost-effective and much less distracting compared to a phone.
Yeah. Uh, do you have any question, or can we go ahead?
Yeah, we can go ahead.
Feedback. I have written some feedbacks. Do you have any
Uh,
feedback?
we, yeah, I will just I haven't written much, but whatever I recall, I will say. When you started mentioning something related to parents, you mentioned like working professionals. Like you limited the scope. Like every parent are most of the time working professional. Some related to the job they require a laptop. Maybe you should have said like any parent who works in like a technology related field, IT sector, or uh, like any other accounting sector or something where they require a laptop. So you limited that a little bit. So
Yes.
shouldn't have said that. I don't recall the exact thing, but you could have said like some specific to that field. You said like working professional. So that
Just a
that
second,
includes everyone.
yeah, my battery was low.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yes, yes, I agree to that point. But I should not have limited.
yeah. Go ahead.
While you were mentioning that point, one point came in my mind that I should have said about emergency. Like, if there's any emergency, phone is much more beneficial than, which was a very good point. Okay, feedback part. You used the word unprecedented. I don't know what that means, but it was really like, what does that mean?
I can actually I use this word for at least like 4 or 5 debates by now.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah,
I could notice just
yeah.
today. Then,
Unprecedented means something which we never expected, like very fast or something.
huh, huh, huh.
Like for example, COVID increase was in very unprecedented rate, like something which we never seen before.
Okay. Then I really liked how you said all your good points, and then you said the disadvantages of other part is that really made some good impact. Then you said children somewhere, maybe just it was slip of tongue, but you said children's.
Children.
Even I see it many a times. I'm not very sure if it is much expensive. You were saying much expensiver.
Hmm.
From my side, one mistake is that I should not have limited, which is really good. Then by mistake, while starting, by mistake I said seven. I have 7 points. I had actually not even counted, so I was just building up points as I'm going. I could have easily clubbed them, but then it was just a moment. Then I had to follow whatever I said. uh,
Hmm.
and I felt I have had a foot in the mouth moment, like when I mentioned about cloud service. That time you could have asked me, then the portability issue gets solved, right? Then you can go on from one place to another laptop, like somebody else's device, and then you can use it. But then you did not ask
But
me.
again, that's still laptop only, right?
Yeah, so it was supporting your side, right? So you could have like trapped me.
Okay, okay, for portability, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
What is foot in the mouth first?
Foot in the mouth means I was trying to do something, but it backfired me.
Okay,
Yeah, those were the points.
yeah, it was pretty decent one, I would
Yeah.
say.
Shall we think from other perspective? Let's go ahead.
Yeah,
Hmm?
yeah.
Yeah. I I don't really have much points, but I just have 2 points. One is about phone addiction. Like you bluntly said about it, but you could have like more emphasized that there's nothing called a laptop addiction. There's phone addiction. People get addicted, and it's something in that line. Second is about somebody who does not have TV or larger screens. Laptop acts as a home theater for if there are a couple or if there's a group. But on phone it is much weird to like you can't really watch it. And just
Watch
a,
as a group.
yeah, and just a feedback, I really like that point about the eye strain that you mentioned. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, about the first point, I actually mentioned like exactly how you said it. Like there is nothing like a left. You do not get distracted as
Oh, is
such
it?
or like addicted. It's fine. For phone's point of view, would have stressed more on the all-in-one features, like given examples like alarm clock, calculator, even like Google Pay features, which are like uh, very necessary in today's world. You don't have to carry your wallet. You don't have to carry a separate calculator or alarm clock. uh, and camera, of course, like it's actually second point, like someone who really loves photography and like, not even as a professional but maybe even as a hobby, like, and they want a decent camera, like the earlier the best option would have been a normal camera, physical camera, like a DSLR or something, but they are like much expensive, like around 1 lakh. But having a phone, you can get a, I won't say like same level, but almost good enough level of camera with no less than 50,000 rupees, and they can pursue their hobbies like photography or something. And since it is much more portable, you do not have to carry all the lenses and all the cleaning stuff. Maybe like for cameras, there are some liquids, and like you mentioned it afterwards about the emergency situations, or maybe you have to call someone. That time, phone is the only best thing.
Yes, yes. uh, just a key feedback. I think I should have given more examples since phone is more like it is a day-to-day thing. I should have given more examples. Would
Mm.
have really made sense. Yeah,
Yes.
that's it. Do you have anything to add or ChatGPT phase?
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT. I think we'll get some good points.
Mm. I also wanted to talk a little bit about like types of laptops. Like there are different types of laptops, right? Like gaming laptop, productivity laptop, and what else? Like touchscreen laptop, etc. Yeah.
Hmm? Yeah. Any points?
Mm. Yeah, from mobile side, I think we covered almost everything. Like one more important feature would have been GPS, like Google Maps or something.
Yes, yes. GPS is not present
And
in laptop,
uh,
right?
like might be location features might be present, but GPS as in like Google Maps or something. Like if you want to travel from one place to another, you cannot hold your laptop and go
Yes,
at
yes, yes,
once.
yes, yes.
Or maybe while driving, you can keep your phone for
Hmm,
direction.
hmm.
And like one point just struck me, like for phone could be very good income source for people like delivery drivers or something. Like for them, they can just get their job if they have a phone and like if they know how to write the GPS feature and all the Zomato apps or something.
Hmm, hmm.
And from the laptop, there are like some features. Could I given more examples like 3D printing, not 3D printing, like modeling or something,
Yes.
design making, like 3D models. Cannot really do that on phones. And laptops are like more have more ports like USB A, B, C. Can connect different types of things which are not possible in phone.
Hmm.
It is like very specific example, but still.
Yes, yes. I don't really have any point for laptop. Maybe some file like it is much easier to track the files and like have storage uh,
Hmm. And
and
larger storage,
larger storage. Yes,
like hard drive,
hard drive.
etc.
Yes, and phones. I think I could have said about like it is fast. You get more updates as compared to laptop. So you that was a point. Yeah, yeah. That's it, Ayush. See,
Okay then.
yes.
Bye bye.
Thanks for coming, and I'm stopping the meet.